Joining us now, Dr. Jaleel Parkar, Senior Pulmonary Consultant at Lilavati Hospital. Dr. Parkar, we saw those images of a lift lobby being made into a COVID ward. Could you tell us about the space crunch that you now face at Lilavati?
Well, you see that because of COVID on the rise, there has been shortage of beds everywhere. At the same time, the government, the municipal authorities, etc., are requesting all the major hospitals to increase the number of beds. And I don't think that we are wrong in putting as many beds, because if you come to the ground reality, you will see that there are patients who are just waiting on wheelchairs and on chairs just to get into the hospital. And it's like a great tsunami that is going on. And I'm very happy that my hospital has gone way beyond their capacity to see to it, to accommodate everybody, to see to it that they get the right treatment and they go back home. The criticality this time, however, is not that high, but the sheer humongous volume of patients just flowing in to get treatment, to get oxygen, etc., is so high that, we are overwhelmed and overworked too. The nurses, I mean, they are giving day and night of their lives for the last 1 year. So are the ward boys, so are the technicians, and so are the RMO doctors and the consultants also. So we are doing our best. What more can we do? It sounds very, what should I say, the way this clip has been put across, that people are lying in the corridors in the hospital. That's not true. So you see so many of the nurses
Dr. Parkar,
giving
let me
treatment.
just interrupt you, sir. I think it's outstanding what your hospital is doing. And I don't think this is about...
Thank you very much.
I don't think it's about, they are outside and the hospital is saving lives. It doesn't matter where the beds are, they are being treated. That's the bottom line. So,
absolutely.
So there are no two ways about that. The reason I'm asking you these questions is exactly what you are saying, Doctor. We need to understand, our viewers, how the situation is evolving in terms of numbers, and what you were telling us explained. So if there's anything more you can add to that, sir.
See, the numbers are increasing to such an extent that they are going from pillar to post to each and every hospital, and to find a bed somehow, to get oxygen, somehow to get treatment. Now, there are certain treatment which cannot be given at home, in domiciliary treatment, what we call, because they are not oral medications, they are medications which are to be given intravenously. So we need these patients to get treatment in the hospitals, because that is the only place where you get those. And at the same time, you have to monitor each and every organ. It's not that you just give an IV and that's it, because every medicine you are injecting, it has its own pros and cons. So where else will they go?
Yeah.
I mean, we are all actually exhausted. I am actually exhausted. So are my colleagues, attending phone calls after phone calls, WhatsApp replies. But what can we do? Yet we are serving, and we are serving with a very brave heart. I really appreciate the nurses, ward boys. At least we are there in the PPE kit for nearly, say, 3 hours, sometimes 3.5 hours, 4 hours. But what about them? They are there for 8 hours. They cannot have tea, coffee, cannot speak. You have to speak through the 2233 mask and the screens that are there. You have to shout on top of your voice for the person to understand. So it's taking its toll on them too. They can't even go to urinate. I mean, such is the situation. I think everybody must appreciate what the hospitals are doing. I'm talking about my hospitals, and I think many other hospitals must be doing the same. And I think these people should be applauded. There should be some kind of incentive for them, so that, they come back the next day. It's day in and day out. Many of my colleagues have always said that, we should take a break of a week or 10 days or 15 days. I do understand that, but where do we go when we come back? We are back into the same place.
Dr. Parkar,
oxygen is...
What is the oxygen situation?
Oxygen situation, at least in my hospital, the oxygen situation is good. But I heard, because many of our colleagues call us in satellite towns and cities, that the oxygen levels are low. Somebody the other day said that in Nasik there is no oxygen whatsoever, so they are finding it very difficult to treat. And even, you know, whether you call it the non-invasive BiPAP machines, etc., they are either bought or they are on rental basis. But they are also in short, because it's just the sheer volume that is crunching and killing every one of us.
Dr. Parker,
and my earnest request last is, please, for God's sake, please see to it that remdesivir, tocilizumab, vaccination, they are available, because that's the only way we can save life, the only way we can conquer the COVID-19. So for God's sake, let there be no tapeism, let there be no discussions, but let there be actions. In my hospital, there are no vaccinations for the last 2-3 days. There is shortage of remdesivir, there is shortage of tocilizumab. We have to beg, borrow, steal. I think things might get even worse than what it was a year back. So I am requesting whoever the authority is, please, it's a wake-up call again. It's a second wake-up call. Let's all come united and let's see to it that we get all this to save our countrymen. It's pathetic and it's very sorrowful to see people dying in front of you. I'm sorry to say this, but these are facts of life. Please come down to ground realities, come to the war front and have a look. Just don't say, oh, they are putting these patients here, they are putting the patients there. No, it's not that. There is a terrible crunch on every aspect to fight this COVID-19. So let's all please come together. We are all responsible, whether we are as a medical fraternity, you all as the media, the government authorities, whether it is central, whether it is the state government, everybody. I mean, let us all help and see to it that we save lives. Yeah. That is what we human beings are meant to be. Yeah. And that's what we should do.
Dr. Parker, I think everybody would back you and your hospital 100%. And these pictures actually don't show anything but how your staff are working and are fighting. And that is the purpose of playing this out. Not that, not about this being outside an elevator or something. That's not the issue.
One more thing I would like to let everybody know. If you, what the people that you are seeing in this, whoever has shot this, they are the rich and they are the poorest of the poor too. So it's not that there is any discrimination. So you can imagine the sheer volume that is there. The rich, they are lying on these beds. Absolutely. Please understand that. Even the poorest of the poor. You think a rich wouldn't like to have a room of his own or a suite of his own? No, because there is no place. He would love to, but there is no place.
Dr. Parker, thank you so much for, I mean, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for just sharing all of that. And, you know, I mean, we just hope that you can keep fighting the manner in which all of you have. Thank you very much, sir.